Diversity is the big talk in television. Since I founded Mama Youth Project in 2005, diversity has been on the top of the agenda for years. But in 2017, I realised tangible impact had not matched up to the talk. The reason why is because the industry has been trying to fix a problem that cannot be fixed. There are diverse groups within diverse groups. It also has not helped that the word diversity now has the same meaning as the word urban, that is black. When Mama Youth Project receives a call from a company asking for a diverse person, we know they mean someone of colour. That is not diversity, and we refuse to take part in such nonsense. We at Mama Youth talk about diversity in its true meaning, understanding that there are groups within groups. Inclusion is what we are tackling. Even the word BAME is dodgy. I have asked inclusion officers within companies who are the minority ethnics in the word BAME. Not one person knew. We were told recently by someone in a company which is not a partner with us, it's been noticed that there were only 2 BAME candidates out of 8 put forward. Actually, there were 4 BAME. It's just 2 mixed race candidates had white skin. Imagine an office full of a majority of BAME people with white skin. If there was such an office, I really do feel that it would not please those in our industry who are looking at BAME inclusion, as it will look like the office is not diverse. To me, this highlights the farce that is diversity and inclusion. With our partners, we will change the mindset of recruitment. I'm so offended by adverts that have been placed which state, only people of colour need apply. One of my sons has dark skin. The other son, you would not know he has a black dad. Does that mean only one of my sons can apply for a BAME position? There are many great organisations trying to get our industry to be more inclusive. The problem is, if a young person is not ready to put 100% of commitment to themselves, they will end up letting those who are trying to support them down. For too many years now, companies, in trying to comply with requests and pledges on diversity, have taken on people who are not the right person for the job. This becomes a big problem because more times than not, that person ends up representing the whole of their diverse group. We also have the problem of companies thinking they are representative, especially when it comes to black people, because they have a number of black people working in their company. Hopefully, this story from my childhood will tell you what I think about that. When I was young, they did not have one black police officer in the Met Police, so they did a campaign. One day my friends and I were playing in the street and someone shouted, "There's a black policeman!" With excitement, all us black kids went running to speak to him. After a conversation with him, our smiles turned to faces of disappointment. Why? Because the only thing we had in common was the colour of our skin. He was from a different class. At Mama Youth Project, class is a big factor, no matter of your colour. Also, we help white middle-class young people who do not have a contact in this industry. But why have I titled this Employing the Unemployables? It's because every one of our trainees have faced a challenge in their life which have affected the way they see life, society and solutions. Because of their challenges, some being quite traumatic, they have learned to be resilient. These are the mindsets that are so underrepresented in our industry. But these guys are young, and let's face it, education is not given the right tools and ethics for any workplace, let alone an industry like ours, which is so demanding in hours and attitude. Therefore, they have to be trained in work ethics and given the tools to make them an immediate asset to an employer. We are often asked why we are so successful at finding talent. The answer is in recruitment. We do what companies cannot do when recruiting new talent. We go beyond the competency-based interview and take each person on an individual basis. We also take on those we feel are 100% committed to themselves. We dismiss early in the process if someone is not committed. Our leadership is based on tough love, But because of the nature of the young people we deal with, where some have not had anyone show they care before or have been mollycoddled because of their life experience, we need to conduct our training in a boot camp style. Young people who know you care what happens to them will respect you, even though you come down hard on them. Also, they know there is a light at the end of the tunnel once they finish our boot camp. After completing 14 weeks, a paid placement awaits them from one of our industry partners. Our patron partners are Sky, BBC, Endemol, Shine and Procam TV. We, along with our patrons, are seeking to show evidence of tangible change within our industry, which is a direct or indirect result of our partnership towards inclusion. Finally, we at Mama Youth Project are looking at those who are in the industry already. We know black people are leaving in droves. We also know there is a problem with white working class, but nobody bothers doing statistics on those. With our partners, we want to consult and stop this from happening, as what is the point of bringing in new entrants if there is a good chance of them leaving in 10 years' time? My final words are to all those current partners in whatever capacity and those who want to join our family. Please realize we do not do segregation. Do not get disappointed because we sent a white working or middle class candidate, as you may be making a wrong assumption at best or reverse racism at worst. Mama Youth candidates are from underrepresented groups from society. Why? It's their life experiences that make them valuable employees. Let's rule out segregation of any kind. So in the words of Theresa May, I submit this statement to the House.